Hello, and welcome to Overlooked Headlines. We're the podcast designed to share headlines from America and around the world that have been disregarded or overlooked, but are critical to our lives and well-being. It's our mission to inform with the headlines and then inspire through biblical words, which we call His Lines, that once heard and applied will help to strengthen our faith in God as we navigate this journey called life. Now, here's the host of Overlooked Headlines, Jeff Bass.
Today, one headline may change how you view national security. Another may reveal a spiritual shift happening right in front of us, and the last might help you protect your mind for years to come. Here's the truth. What's overlooked today could impact your tomorrow. Welcome to Overlooked Headlines with Jeff Bass, where we don't just report the news, we reveal what others miss. So let's begin with the headline that should stop all of us in our tracks, because the next major threat may not come the way we expect. First headline, the next 9/11 won't look the same. Missing crop duster drones are a wake-up call. It didn't make front page headlines for long. No explosions, no casualties, no viral footage, or chaos. But what happened in New Jersey last month may prove far more unsettling than a single act of violence, because it revealed just how exposed the U.S. could be to the next generation of mass casualty threats. 15 industrial-grade agricultural spray drones were stolen from a facility in New Jersey in what investigators believe was a coordinated, technically sophisticated operation. These weren't hobbyist toys or camera drones. These were precision machines designed to carry between 10 and 14 gallons of liquid programmed with GPS routes and capable of blanketing up to 30 acres in minutes. In the wrong hands, that's not just farming equipment, that's delivery infrastructure. According to reporting from the high side, the FBI has opened an investigation, though officials have remained publicly tight-lipped. Behind the scenes, concern appears anything but muted. Retired FBI agent Steve Lazarus didn't mince words, warning of, quote, ridiculously bad consequences and calling the scenario a potential nightmare. The Department of Homeland Security has previously warned that the U.S. is not fully prepared to defend against weaponized drones. Lawmakers have raised concerns, but regulatory frameworks and defensive technologies have struggled to keep pace with rapid innovation in the private sector. And that gap between capability and security is where risk lives. To be clear, there is no confirmed plot, no evidence that these stolen drones are being prepared for an attack. But waiting for confirmation has never been a winning strategy in national security. You see, the real issue isn't what has happened, but what could happen. What if a coordinated group deployed multiple drones simultaneously over a dense urban area? What if those drones followed pre-programmed GPS routes, dispersing harmful agents before authorities even realized what was happening? What if critical infrastructure, that's water supplies, power grids, transportation hubs, became targets not through physical breach, but through aerial delivery? These are not far-fetched scenarios. They are logical extensions of existing technology. And perhaps the most sobering part of this is how quietly it unfolded. No alarms across the nation, no urgent policy debates dominating headlines, just a report, a theft, and a lingering question. Are we paying attention? Because in an era where threats are evolving faster than our defenses, the most dangerous vulnerabilities are often the ones hiding in plain sight, disguised as tools of progress, waiting for the wrong hands to give them a different purpose. Now, while that headline speaks to external threats, this next one points to an internal shift, something happening within a generation many had written off. Our second headline, polling confirms young men are becoming increasingly religious. A recently released Gallup survey revealed a remarkable surge in young men saying that religion is very important to them, with data from 2024 through 2025 showing 42%, a 14-point increase from the previous years. The poll found that the phenomenon happening among young men aged 18 to 29 isn't happening among their female peers. only 29% of whom said that religion is very important to them, which is a figure that has stayed roughly the same since 2020. The upward trend in religiosity is also largely not occurring among other age groups, with the exception of men aged 30 to 49, who saw a 5-point increase over the same time span, and men aged 50 to 64, who saw a 3-point increase. Notably, the numbers mark a clear reversal from the beginning of the millennium, when young women led young men in saying that religion was very important to them, 52% versus 43%. As reported by the New York Times, college students like Mason Gubser likely epitomized the changing attitudes of many young men in their approach to faith. He told the Times that he had become dissatisfied with the life centered on constant phone scrolling. He said, "All my entertainment is right here in front of me, but there's no fulfillment from that. I wanted something new and something traditional and something that felt holy." Gubser, who is now engaged, went on to say that what he was really looking for was purpose, and that the church truly provides purpose for him. For years, young men have been told that traditional expressions of masculinity are problematic or even harmful. In that context, it is not surprising that some are gravitating toward faith communities that offer a clearer sense of identity, purpose, and moral framework. For many young men, church provides structure, accountability, and a vision of ordered freedom, all of which can be especially compelling in a culture that often feels unmoored. The data suggests that many young men are open to deeper conversations about meaning, truth, and faith. Churches should be ready to meet that moment with serious teaching, intentional discipleship, and a robust vision of biblical manhood that emphasizes responsibility, service, and spiritual leadership. At the same time, the church must not lose sight of the need to engage young women thoughtfully and faithfully, ensuring that the message of the gospel speaks clearly and compellingly to both men and women in a rapidly changing cultural landscape. With all that's going on in the world today, it shouldn't be surprising that young people, especially young men, are turning to church in an effort to understand the world as it actually is. Hey, what do you think is driving young men back toward faith and the church? Is it conviction, culture, or maybe crisis? Leave us your comments. We want to hear from you. Now, let me take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you who continues to watch, share, and support Overlooked Headlines. This platform is growing because you believe in what we're building and bringing awareness to what others overlook. And if you haven't already, go ahead and take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs to see it, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. Also, don't forget that coming soon is Wednesday Night Rumble, because if Overlooked Headlines helps you know what's happening, Wednesday Night Rumble is where we go deeper, where we will unpack, discuss, and give direction on one of these headlines in a more interactive way. So make sure you're connected and ready for that. Stay where you are. I've got more Overlooked Headlines.
Hey, if you're enjoying this episode, then we'll think you'll love connecting with us on our social media platforms as well, because we post frequent news bites, tips, and alerts to keep you informed and inspired. Now, let's get back to more Overlooked Headlines with Jeff Bass.
And while culture and security matter, we also can't overlook something deeply personal: our health, our mind, and how we age. Our third headline: the diet that may delay brain aging. When filling our shopping carts, few of us consider whether our food choices could be silently shaping our risk of dementia. Yet, emerging research suggests that diet plays a crucial role in brain health, potentially delaying cognitive decline by years or even slashing Alzheimer's risk by more than half. Scientists have found that adhering to a version of the Mediterranean diet, rich in leafy greens, whole grains, fish, poultry, and olive oil, may delay brain aging by 2.5 years. Even more striking, earlier studies indicate this eating plan could reduce Alzheimer's risk by 53%, even when adopted later in life. Dubbed the MIND diet, that's Mediterranean Dash Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay, this eating plan combines elements of the Mediterranean and Dash diets. Developed by researchers at Rush University and Harvard, it emphasizes leafy greens like kale, spinach, and broccoli, berries like blueberries and strawberries, nuts and seeds, olive oil, fish, especially fatty varieties like salmon, and whole grains. A 2015 study published in Alzheimer's and Dementia tracked over 900 participants for 4.5 years, finding that strict adherence to the MIND diet reduced dementia risk by 53%. A 2023 review in JAMA Psychiatry, analyzing over 200,000 middle-aged adults, confirmed that followers of this diet were 17% less likely to develop dementia. The benefits likely stem from the diet's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, which combat oxidative stress. Studies show that processed meats like bacon and sausages may also harm brain health due to nitrates, preservatives, and high salt. Yet, unprocessed red meat, rich in iron, B12, and zinc, could prevent those with the Alzheimer's gene. Also, a Stockholm University study found that higher meat intake in midlife slowed cognitive decline in Alzheimer's gene carriers, reducing dementia there by 45%. Moderation and variety are the key. So reduce processed meats, but don't cut out red meat entirely. Balance it with fish and poultry. The evidence is clear. What we eat profoundly impacts brain health. By prioritizing leafy greens, berries, nuts, fish, and olive oil while minimizing processed food, sugar, and excessive fried items, we may delay dementia onset and safeguard cognitive function well into our old age. That's great for people like me. Don't move. His lines are coming up.
Still to come, our top headline. And don't miss His Lines, right here on Overlooked Headlines.
Now, it's time for His Lines, where we take a closer look at these headlines from a biblical perspective taken from the Bible, God's Word. What if the real issue isn't what's coming, but whether we're ready when it gets here? Because history has shown us that threats don't always announce themselves. They emerge quietly, they develop gradually, and they impact suddenly. So the question is not, will things happen? The question is, will we be prepared when they do? Proverbs 22:3 says, a prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. Our headline wasn't today just about drones. It's about a principle that life has a way of exposing those who are unprepared and positioning those who are ready. So, quickly, let's look at a couple of points on how we should respond. First, there's the priority of preparedness. That's right. Preparedness is not panic. It's positioning. It's living in such a way that you are not caught off guard when life shifts. The key is that God prepares his people before he positions them. 3 real-life applications are to strengthen your spiritual foundation daily through prayer, reading the Word of God, and other spiritual disciplines, and stop delaying what God has already shown you to do. And secondly, there's the posture of readiness. Readiness is how you live consistently, not occasionally. It's a posture, not a reaction. Ready people don't scramble, they stand. Also, readiness removes fear because it builds your confidence. Therefore, live with intention, not assumption. Stay alert without becoming anxious and make daily decisions that align with long-term stability. The truth is, we may not control what happens in the world, but we can control how we are positioned within it. And those who are prepared, those who are grounded, and those who are ready will not be shaken by what shakes others. Because when your life is built on truth, you don't panic when pressure comes. You just stand. That's his lines. For Overlooked Headlines, I'm Jeff Bass, reminding you to stay informed, stay aware, and as always, stay overlooked.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you've been informed and inspired. Like us, tell a friend, and connect with us via Facebook, YouTube, or email us at neveroverlooked@gmail.com. That's neveroverlooked@gmail.com. Check us out next time on Overlooked Headlines with Jeff Bass.